Hello, hope you're doing well. Quick bit of context before we get started. I am very busy this week with various work things, so for today's video some of my friends have come along to help out. This is actually the first time you're going to hear my D&D party's own voices on this channel, so I'm pretty excited for you to meet them. Also, this video is actually a little taste of a series that we normally do together over on our group channel, in which we all just hang out, have a chat, and draw something fun. It's real chill, real casual, really silly, and we thought it would just be nice to invite all of you who are here on my channel to join in with that fun and silliness while I'm away for the week. Today's drawing theme was class swap. So I drew my rogue character Paddy as a fighter, and Amy reimagined her fighter character Gimgar as a rogue. It was pretty fun to completely upturn our characters' usual designs like this, and I hope you enjoy seeing them come together. Anyway, that's quite enough out of me, but if this video does make you smile, then I would definitely recommend checking out the channel that we normally post these to. We have a whole playlist of these up there already, and a whole bunch of other content as well. The links are in all the usual places. Enjoy! Let's get into it.
Look at these guys.
So...
Who are we doing first? Are we looking at Paddy?
I don't know.
They're gonna flip. They're gonna swap.
We might be switching between footage. We might be... It's all a mystery. We'll find out when we watch the video.
I see. Wow, that's a nice surprise.
We had so many technical difficulties today that we are doing our very best to get something done.
So this recording is coming to you from the future. Normally we would do it live as we're drawing, but we're just changing it up today because technology hates us.
Everything set itself on fire, and then we all cried, and we were like, fuck it. We'll do it this way.
We'll do it live!
Yeah. Well, like, you know what? We're gonna do it our own damn way. Fuck you, technology.
Yeah.
If we don't go in our game, if we don't in our game see Paddy at some point like this.
Warrior Paddy.
Warrior Paddy.
Just dressing up as another class.
As a knight.
Be very
Himbo
Oh my
Paddy.
god. Paddy just needs to, like, break into one of the tanks' rooms and just steal their armor.
He wouldn't be able to wear it. He's too skinny.
You wouldn't be able to lift it.
Now I'm a
Aw.
sharp raccoon.
That's kind of why this little class swap exercise is so fun, because you get to see your characters in a way that they would never appear because they don't have the muscle mass.
Literally would not be able to lift it.
Love the shorter cape as well. I like the way it's like kind of like falling
And a
off.
swooshy. Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
fun. I kind of like...
Absolutely beautiful.
So I don't know at what point in the speed paint footage this is going to be said. It might come up. You might see it in the sketch later, because I don't know how fast we're speeding up the footage too. But yeah, I wanted to give Paddy like one of those like half capes that like go off the shoulder like a musketeer.
Yeah.
You know those kinds?
Because then
Very cool.
because then it's still Paddy-ish, but like, you know, it's got swish and movement.
Yeah, also he's got like the breastplate that I normally draw on Gimgar.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
I
That's a nice touch.
also noticed the kneecaps. Like you've got the same eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little... You know, I think I every time I draw Paddy, I try and pinpoint like, why do I draw his like knee guards like that? What are they called? What are they? Knee pads.
Yeah.
Knee pads
Like,
is what they're
yeah.
called.
No,
It's
not
like shin
pauldrons,
pads for your knees. So yeah.
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 I don't know if you can call them pads if they're made of metal, but
Knee plates.
yeah.
Well, if they're on
Nudist.
Paddy's, they are knee pads. They're Paddy's knees.
Knee
Oh,
Pad knees.
Pads
snap.
knees.
Knees.
Pad knees.
So are they like meant to be like small owls?
No,
or-
I think what it is I was like, knee pads would look cool here, and the only character who I could think of that had like knee pads is Bakugo from Hero Academia, and he's got similar kind of like grooves in his, and I was like, this must be what all knee pads look like, so he get them. He get
Well,
them.
there's got to be some like they're like fold lines kind of.
Yeah,
you know,
they're
like
kind of-
because they have to be able to like go around the knee and
yeah,
it's
they're
metal.
kind of reminiscent
so.
of like the actual divot underneath the kneecap itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get you with your knowledge of actual human anatomy.
I look at lots of naked people. Okay.
Oh, cheeky.
I'm straight bullshitting over here, I don't know.
And this is Paddy as a fighter, right?
Yeah.
Because Gimgar is she's a mix. She's
Yeah.
an
started out as a
eldritch knight fighter barbarian.
Don't ask me why.
A combo.
Because we didn't know what we were doing, Amy. That's why.
It was so long ago. Level 3 was so long ago.
But yeah, well, when I first met Gimgar joining you guys for the campaign, she was like just fighter, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe she had like one level in Eldritch Knight.
Yeah.
Speaking of Gimgar, Amy, you're turning her into a rogue. Like,
Oh my
swapping with
god.
Paddy. How did that
As
go?
if Gimgar could ever be a rogue.
She's so
Like,
clunky.
It's a complete opposite, like.
Discrepancy is not her thing.
And also in like personality style, right? Like rogues are a little sneaky, they think ahead a little bit more. It's more about like tactic, whereas Gimgar's like, I will
She's
headbutt
chaotic.
it.
Gimgar's like, Nagar, pick me up and throw me through that wall, I'll break it down.
Yeah.
Like, that is, you know...
Weaponize my head.
My favourite fucking thing is this jacket, man. I'm
Yeah,
feeling
it's
this
so
like
jacket.
the collar bit
Yeah.
is
Fucking
really
love
cool.
that. I want that.
Hell yeah.
It's like a square.
I'm gonna make another anime reference to counter Alex's Hero Academia and say that
Is it going to be about that basketball one?
It's volleyball.
it's volleyball, but yes, it is. That Gimgar is the libero, which is the okay. So for those of you who aren't into volleyball, the libero is like their primary job is keeping the ball off the ground. So like they spend like the entire match just throwing themselves on the floor and screaming.
Amazing.
that is
So
very
Gimgar's like
yeah.
Nishinoya, and that makes Naga Asahi. For those of you who watch that show. Anyway,
The gentlest
No
himbo.
idea what you're talking about.
I have no idea.
so the idea that Gimgar does anything with any kind of like subtlety or
Finesse.
like you know any kind of consideration, she's like snapped second decisions and throwing herself on the floor.
As the standard in our campaign, whenever Gimgar moves, it's kind of like throwing a couple of pots and pans down a staircase.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
Ah, shit, my cutlery!
Well, I purposely kept her dex modifier on +0. So there's no way, like if there's like a sneaking thing that we have to do, Gimgar's got to go last, y'all. Like,
Also, like both of
She
your
can't do
characters
it.
wear plate now, which means like we'll be trying to sneak, and then
Clanking.
someone will be like, "Oh god, Amy wears plate."
Yeah.
You always got the tanks, man.
Everyone roll at disadvantage.
yeah, I mean, Gimgar doesn't wear plate now because she's barbarian, but when
Okay.
she was fighter, she was like full plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shield as well.
This kind of like links into how Amy is as a person in general, because like for example, we were talking about Dishonored and Dishonored 2, which like are really big favorites of ours, like of Wizards, and we were talking about how like me, Matt, and Ollie, our sound engineer, like we can pretty much efficiently play that game in complete
Oh, yeah.
stealth mode. Don't kill a single person, right?
where this is
Utter
going.
silence. And Amy makes one mistake and everybody must die. Like she's like, right, I'm gonna try and be quiet this time round, and then she
And
like
one squeaky floorboard later.
yeah, one squeaky floorboard later, and it's been a massacre.
I have only ever managed to complete Dishonored on. I can do low chaos, but I can't do stealth. That is not. Nah.
The thing is, though, I've watched you play that game, Matt, and if you get detected by a person, you just like reload the level, and that feels like the worst game. Like, I don't. Why would you do that to yourself?
I have a counter, so like every like 10 times it happens, on the 10th time I'll do what Amy does and be like, "Ah, just from there!" It's just murder everybody. I'll dishonor everyone.
I remember, so like I can't play video games in the same room as other people because I feel like everyone's judging me, and then I panic and then everything goes wrong. Matt was sitting with us one time and I was playing Dishonored. There's these things called walls of light. You can't walk through them because you'll explode. And I started running because I panicked, and like I was like, Matt's judging me, and I ran straight into the wall of light and died.
I think like really quietly I was like, Amy. And then he died. I was like, oh, Amy.
I tried to like blink through the wall of light, didn't work.
It is so much fun watching you play games because immediately you're stressed. Whereas when you play The Last of Us, you need people to watch you for like some parts of it.
You need the emotional support in Last of Us.
Yeah.
Update from our podcast where I was like, I had to get Ollie to stand in the room with me. Second playthrough, I got Ollie to do the scary bit for me.
I remember you sent like a video to the chat of it, didn't you?
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Amazing.
Couldn't do
This
it.
footage of Ollie being like, look at this zombie, isn't he cute? And you're like,
Oh. Was it that like? Oh yeah, that was gross. Yeah, no.
I knew it was going to happen, and I like was procrastinating going into this like specific area for the really scary bit to happen, and I was like, there could be supplies around this corner, even though I checked it 6 times, it could just spawn in right now, and no.
Man, I feel like there are like a lot of quotes that we could take from Gimli in the live action Lord of the Rings and like just put with Gimgar.
Oh, absolutely.
And it would just work.
The Gim is mutual for a reason.
Yeah, both of their names start with a G.
Oh man, they would be such a good pair. They'd be so great.
I don't know if good is the word. I feel chaotic, definitely.
Chaotic,
Entertaining, definitely.
Yeah, the first 3 letters, Gimli and Gimgar.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd never noticed.
I was thinking, it's kind of funny that you picked Gimgar to swap instead of Hashan.
Well, we were going to do Hashan, but then I remembered I can't draw Dragonborn.
Yes, it is a slight hindrance.
So then I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to draw
Well, I was
Gimgar.
imagining Paddy with the Holy Avenger, and how it's like as tall as Paddy, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Hashan's sword is fucking massive.
Yeah, it's a great sword.
It's weird. Like, it was really weird drawing this and drawing Paddy with like just a normal kind of fighter's sword, because normally he has his like swirly gig kind of rapier sword. But like it's kind of similar to the whole like seeing Gimgar is like a stealthy class is so weird because it's like the antithesis of Gimgar. But it's really weird seeing Paddy as a class that's typically like no magic. Because, like, I've mentioned in videos before, I can't not use magic.
Yeah, because Paddy does have, like, the classic rogue weaponry, but, like, I have never seen him use a sword. Or, like, if he does, it's, like, emergencies only.
Yeah, I think he's done, like, maybe 3 stabbings, but...
It's like, this isn't real, this is a prop.
He's done 3 stabbings.
I slap people with this.
Yeah.
The prop from the
Mainly
circus.
Malak's butt cheeks.
Whoa.
Malak and Paddy are actually like counterpoint rogues, right? Like Malak really does love a good stabbing, and Paddy, I don't think has ever stabbed a man in his life.
Yeah,
In more
like,
ways
tiny
than
knives.
one.
Stop it.
Paddy's like, I'm gonna talk you into submission, whereas Malak's like, I'm just gonna kill you.
Careful, Amy, you're going to make him sound like a top.
He's 18.
Yeah, we have like all 3 flavors of the rogue. We've got the little stabbies, we've got the magic, and we've got the bow and arrow.
We got the magic in Paddy.
Oh.
I love your little sing-alongs, buddy.
Thank you.
If we were to, this is off topic a little bit, but like if we were to start again, would you all pick the same class, or would you pick something different?
I don't know. That depends on if we're playing the same characters.
No, like if we're gonna start the whole game again, right? Like 30 years post, like in the next campaign, what do you think that your classes will be?
Christ, I don't know actually.
Oh man, I've got some ideas for characters I really want to play, but like...
I'm gonna bring Crepe back, and I'm gonna kill him.
Oh my god, yes.
I was thinking druid.
Druid would be cool.
I like that mix of magic, but like, I mean, also wizards are cool. Matt, would you not be like? I can't imagine you as anything that isn't a wizard, or like really magic heavy.
Probably not. I think I'd love a chance to play Laura again properly and not punch the party members in the head.
Was that the fight you made?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Goliath.
I just want to play.
Oh, she was so cool.
I just want to play a really tall woman.
Yeah, you punched Crepe in the head. Matthew.
I'm sorry. I've already apologized. Next time I'll just pick you up.
We have very
It's
chaotic
okay.
one-shots here in the High Hopes group.
I know, it's because I was standing next to Matt's character, and Crepe was like going full on feral, being like,
Fucking
stab him, go on, kill him.
being
And
a
then Matt
murder
was like,
hobo.
shut up! And then he like punched me in the face. And I was like, that really hurt my feelings.
I think that day I am now, whenever we start a new game, I think at the very beginning of it we're all going to have to sit down and be like, right, who's the murderer?
Raise your
Who's the
hand.
murder hobo?
Tell you what it is I'm like, okay, so there are consequences, but this isn't our world and it's not so serious.
Yeah.
And like I'm halfway through that sentence and you'll start screaming.
Yeah, no, that's like
We're gonna die!
our one shots
wait.
are all the D&D energy that we have, like all that chaotic energy that we have pent up from playing our main campaign, but there's like we can release it, right? Like in the main campaign, if we start doing these dumb things, there are real world actions and people will die. Whereas, in this world, I don't care.
It's like,
Man, I've noticed
in the main campaign, it's like our actions have consequences, and the second we're free of those, it's like all hell breaks loose.
Oh my god. I've noticed when I'm playing Hashan, right, she has to stay very like, has to stay calm. She has to stay. She's like, you know, she has
She
to be the
does.
brick
She is
wall.
level-headed mother of 6, yes.
And then like my little bit of Gimgar will like slip out, and then all of a sudden I've like grabbed someone by the fucking collar, and I'm like, you're gonna die.
Your
I'm gonna put
Gimgar,
you in the ground now.
Amy, your Gimgar's showing.
Like, let's calm down. I remember Hisham was trying to talk to Rook one time, and he was like playing with a Rubik's Cube, and I just like grabbed it and I threw it, and I was like, that's not very Hisham. Whoops.
Very strong of you.
Really? Did that? Was that
I
in
remember
our?
that happening. That was great.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh Matt, I'm sorry, that was uncalled for.
That's the sweet thing though. Like you all will have your like chaotic I'm gonna throw this Rubik's Cube moments, but then you make up immediately afterwards. It's sweet.
There are very much moments where we're like, we're gonna kill each other, and then we're like, afterwards we're like, we can't keep doing this.
Very sibling-esque.
Yeah.
So hey, like pop quiz. What class would you switch your character to if it was like not choosing a new character but switching your like High Hopes character's
like,
class to something?
If we know now what we knew then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
let's say for example's sake, like if Paddy switches to fighter and Gimgar switches to rogue, like so Gwing would be druid,
Yeah, I think so.
and then what would Rook switch to? Because
That's really hard because like
Imagine
there's so
Rook as a
many.
bard.
oh, he would be
Yeah,
so
no,
awkward.
that-
Doesn't have the.
That's not happening.
Yeah, or he could make a pretty good warlock, I think.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
They've got that kind of chaotic magic energy.
I feel like Jenny would enjoy that very
Oh
much.
god, you have no idea.
Absolutely.
I think Mina could be a druid as well.
I was gonna say, yeah, if I had to change Torlin or Mina, the
I think
other one
they
I'd go
could
for is Druid.
Both
yeah.
be good druids.
Can you imagine Torlin as a monk? Like a little whirling dervish of fists and feet.
I'm just gonna levitate now. Use the flying dwarf.
No,
We don't call her a monk, we
isn't
call her a
that
little
because
monkey.
that's a Mina thing, not a monk thing.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Damn. Would be funny though.
What would you be, Alex?
Oh man, I think Paddy, it would be interesting for him to go Warlock as well, maybe, just because like I said, I can't live without magic. I need it.
Yeah, but go like super magic.
Like one of the magic ones, maybe Warlock or Wizard. So, hey, if you guys are watching this at home, feel free to explore those ideas in your own drawings.
Yeah,
What do you
very
think
cool.
the High Hopes crew would look like as different classes? Because we're having a lot of fun with this. This was a really fun little experiment. Show us what you got if you want to have a go at it.
And these two came out so good. Like, they're so good. I can't
Really
believe that
good.
you did this in like, I think you both did about half an hour.
Well, yeah, we set like a 20-minute time limit, and I did it in maybe 40 minutes because I wanted to make it pretty.
Yeah, no, I think I took about an hour. I did take a break in the middle to scream bacon. And then,
It's a quick lunch break. They came out so good though.
Yeah, they're really great.
Yeah, this was a ton of fun. Thank you for joining in with all of this, y'all. This was a really good time.
Yeah, it's been really fun. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, if you enjoyed this, go check out our channel where we post more of these together. It's real fun. Go do it. Love you. Bye.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nice
Okay,
art,
thanks, bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.